Hey everybody, welcome to the weekend. It's Wednesday, it's hump day.
Countdown to the weekend.
And welcome to another episode of A Blind Guy,
His Wife,
Their Life Live. On this channel, we explore entertainment, careers, and health and wellness while changing the narrative of what it means to be normal and shifting the focus from being disabled to being differently able. We always have a fun-filled time every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
As we count you down to the weekend.
At 11:15 a.m., introducing you to fabulous people in our network of friends, family, and colleagues.
11:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Eastern Standard Time, U.S. Eastern Standard Time.
Thank goodness for me.
Thank goodness for her. And thank goodness for this cup of coffee. So if you don't want to see LaQuita not looking like this on the broadcast,
broken down and tired,
then you need to remember to buy me a coffee. You can visit www.buymeacoffee.com/blind guy, his wife, and you can make a one-time donation by buying us 1 cup of coffee, 2 cups of coffee, or you can enter a number and buy as many coffees as you want.
Oh, so that means if they just go online to, you know what, let me make sure that it shows right here at the bottom of the screen, buymeacoffee.com/blind guy, his wife. You know, that's Corey. He can't see, he's blind. That's me, the fabulous, the wife. And if you go right there, you'll see we even gave you a gift, a video right there. This is where you were saying, Corey, they can buy us 1 coffee, that's $5. They click on 3, it ups it. If they change the number to, let's put it at 300.
300.
Yeah, they can buy us 300 coffees. It only costs them $1,500 to support, and all proceeds definitely go to our nonprofit. We have a 501c3 nonprofit organization, Atumpan.
So if you do want to give a nice $1,500 buy me a coffee, then you get a tax write-off for that. So with that being said, our lineup is nothing less than extraordinary. It's a family affair today. We have a musical word on the street with my cousin, Dorian Griffin. We're going to bring Dorian forward so that he can say hello.
Let's everybody say hello to Dorian. Dorian, wave to everybody.
So Dorian is going to play his. All right.
Dorian said hello. We're going to keep Dorian a secret because he's going to be playing some music for us, giving us a musical word on the street. That's why he was kind of incognito, y'all.
And we have another family member of mine, another cousin. We're all the children of 3 sisters.
First cousins. First fabulous folks.
So we have my cousin, massage therapist, who is now a doctor, a chiropractor. She is going to be sharing some tips on how to keep a healthy spinal column while we're doing all this zooming around and virtual learning and virtual working at home. She is none other than Dr. Kristal Henry.
Hey there, show us how to crack our back. Hey.
So we have a
Hey there. So we are excited for today. Good to see you.
And so we have a fabulous lineup today, and then we always conclude with our plant-based treat by Chef LaQuita Marie herself.
Me, myself, and I. Don't forget, for today's plant-based treat, we'll give you a sneak peek.
Power plant-based pasta.
That's what we're having today, power plant-based pasta. Let's get into it, Corey, see what's happening so far.
You're going to read the comments to us today?
Oh, sure. I'll definitely let you know what's going on because you already know Philip Waldo Jr. is in the house. He says, good morning, all.
PWJ in the house.
Yes, and Ms. White's teaching tips for pre-K says, hey, y'all.
Hey, how you doing this morning, Ms. White's teaching tips for pre-K?
I like that.
Bring you on one day.
Absolutely. We'll have to check out her channel, too. We also have Kai Henry. Hey there, Kai. She says, good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Kai. Good morning to you, too.
LaShonda Brooks is saying, hey, Dorian.
Sean, how you doing this morning?
And Blind Guy, his wife, their life. That will be our children, our Watoto. They are saying, what's up, family? That's right, saying hello to all the cousins in the house. Speaking of cousins, Corey, Nene, or Olivia Obe is in the house.
Olivia Obe is in the house.
Or it might be Obi, I don't know. Because, all I knew was Nene. I only knew her nickname. I didn't even realize your name was Olivia all this time. Well, until 3 or 4 years ago.
That's funny because Nene, in a lot of African cultures, that's the word for mother.
Mm-hmm. That's true. So then we also have here other folks saying hi to Dorian. Philip Waldo Jr. is saying hi, and he's also saying, hey, Doc, to Kristal, Dr. Henry.
Tony Rock, what's up, Doc?
We got Milton saying hello, Elizabeth saying hello all. Look at that, man on a mission in the house.
Man on the mission in the house, that's Milton there. He fitting to show you about how to open up your own business. So.
Businessman for sure. Check out his channel, Milton Craft. And if you want to know all things about everything, check out Elizabeth's channel. Elizabeth talks about everything from the continent of Africa, and she definitely is building. Oh my goodness, she's all over. Where in the world is Elizabeth?
Where in the world is Elizabeth?
She's a world traveler. Good morning. I wish I could sing like Sonia with the Y, because she said good morning, but I can't sing it.
Thank you. Good morning, Sonia with the Y.
Thank you for being here, Sonia with the Y. Oh, hey there. Good. Olivia says, good morning, everyone. Love y'all. Best cousins in the world. Sonia with the Y and Olivia are just awesome. We also have Stanford Henry Jr. saying, good morning, Kristal is my beautiful wife. I'm shouting out.
Oh, good. I'm glad, because I got a little concerned. I know Stanford was actually that skeleton hanging behind Kristal.
Oh, yeah, when we brought her in, I did see one.
Yeah, so Stanford is, still in the land of living. Thank goodness, Stanford. You answered the bell this morning.
And you already know your cousin, Miss White's teaching tips for pre-K to my boy. It's me, Bashelia.
Yeah, well, I knew who it was.
Either way, you're coming on the show. We need you, because we need educators out here. KH says, good morning. Excited to see Dorian and Dr. Henry.
All right, Kina. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you. We're all excited. Hey, to my favorite family friends.
Supernova.
Hey, you already know who it is.
Supernova.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, and good morning to my mama. Hey, morning out and about. Much love, Mama. See, how my mama out and about texting and stuff? Y'all see what I'm saying? I come from greatness. My mama can text, drive. Oh wait, I don't think she's supposed to do those. Yeah. My mama can be on the go and text, and you know what I'm saying. And then here come the kids. Hey, Grandma. Philip Waldo Jr. That's my mama. No, it's mine.
My mama-in-law. That's my mama-in-law.
You know what? Hey there, Norma Vincent Johnson. Corey, that's Norma Cam's mom. Hi to the Statons.
Hey, Miss Norma, how you doing?
Hello there. So happy to see you here this morning. Greetings. She has a beautiful profile picture, too. She looks the same. Has not aged a bit.
All right.
Represent for the husbands is what Philip Waldo Jr. is telling Stanford. Yes. Corey, I said we get some music going today. This is an awesome morning. Everybody's excited. Let's get it going.
He's dynamic, and he is a devastating trumpet player.
Hey, he's devastating.
Yeah, devastating means he can lay it down.
Oh.
He is in the marching band at his local high school, and he also plays in the concert band. He is none other than 16-year-old Dorian Griffin. And Dorian, today's word on the street is Satchmo. And for those of you that are into jazz, Satchmo was the nickname of, oh yeah, Louis Armstrong. Satchmo is a combination of satchel mouth. And because Louis Armstrong had a big smile, they called him Satchel Mouth Satchmo. So we got a junior Satchmo today with Dorian Griffin playing Cold-Hearted Snakes on the trumpet.
So do we need to give him intro music, or we just let him do his intro music?
For today's musical word on the street, Satchmo Jr. Dorian Griffin.
Hello.
Hey, good. All right, Dorian, we're ready for it. Give it to us. What you got? What's the name of this one, Corey?
Cold-Hearted Snakes.
Go ahead and get started with Cold-Hearted Snakes with our musical word on the street.
All right, Dorian, that was fun. You were blowing when you hit those high notes, those really high notes. It was actually blowing the sound away. So you were really, really putting it down.
Yeah, because for us, the sound was a little bit in, a little bit out, because I've heard you play it live. You know, we've been to the games, heard them on the marching field and at home, because you know what I mean? We roll like that. But nice job, Dorian, because we have iRooted Worldwide in here saying, good morning, fam. Hey, good morning to you. And she also said, cold-hearted snakes. So she definitely enjoyed that piece. Definitely. We enjoyed you this morning, Dorian. If you are single and looking for a girlfriend, you know, because you're 16 years old, we got a lot of adults here with kids and daughters. Should we offer him a girlfriend, Corey? Oh, wait, his mom's watching, right?
No, we're not offering Dorian any girlfriends because Dorian is one of my relatives. He has enough lady problems as it is.
Anyways, Dorian, Milton Craft says, great job, Dorian. And KH is saying, whoop, whoop, Dorian, sounds good. And of course, we got issues with these computers. Go ahead, you said thank you. iRooted Worldwide is laughing.
All right, got a little delay going here.
Yes. Well, Dorian, we just want to say thank you so much for being on the show today, and we will see you next time. We do appreciate you coming in for our word on the street. So we will see you next time. Cool. That is so weird how the sound was doing us, but hey, we got to keep it moving with our musical people. We'll bring them back on and see if we can improve it next time.
Definitely. Well, we're going to move forward to our special guest. Again, one of my first cousins. I've seen her go from an annoying little child to being a fabulous wife, mother, massage therapist, and now doctor of chiropractoring.
Well, you know, we've known Dorian since he was a child, too. Philip Waldo Jr. says, thanks for the tunes. Like, we've known him since he was born.
Baby.
Hey, Karen, she says, good morning. Miss White's teaching tips for pre-K also says, great job, Dorian. And so, you know, Bashelia is a school teacher for little kids. According to you, I'm sure Dr. Henry would not say she was an annoying little kid because y'all were cousins. You were older than her.
I'm older than her. I'm not going to tell you how much older, but I'm older than her. Now, I guess I've seen her go from an annoying little child to being one of the greatest moms, wives, and chiropractors that I know. She is not a cold-hearted snake. She is actually a very, very, very loving cousin. She is none other than my cousin, Dr. Kristal Henry.
So you're going to give her an intro?
It's time for today's featured guest, chiropractor, Dr. Kristal Henry.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So happy to have you here. How are you today?
I'm great. Thanks for having me.
Yes. So we are going to jump right into your story because, you know, we've known you for a very long time. I think when Corey and I started dating, you were about 12 and, you know, I was 16 or 17, somewhere around there. Yeah, 17. And so definitely we've known each other a very long time. We have pictures here to share with you as an adult, you know, graduating as you as an adult, as a parent, and of you as an adult in the office working on folks, because that's what people really want to know. Like, what do you do with these people? So go ahead, Corey.
Kristal, you started your journey towards being a chiropractor as a massage therapist, and that opened you up to a lot of different opportunities. Now, most people think of a massage therapist as working in a spa, and that's cool. You've done that before, but you had an interesting turn of events. You are actually the doula for a very special child. And can you explain what a doula is and does, and who you were doulaing for?
Yes, a doula is just a support system for the pregnant mother. So we help with giving them physical support as far as massage. We help with emotional support sometimes. Anything we need, we're there to help them have a more easier delivery. And I was a doula for LaQuita and Miss Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Yes, for our oldest daughter, you definitely were there. At that time, you were a massage therapist. You had your bachelor's degree, but you had your massage therapy license as well, and you were working on, further studies. So you were well on your way to being a doctor. By the way, Milton Kraft says, "Good morning, Doc." And iRootsy Worldwide says, "Hey, Dr. Kristal Henry." We also have Philip Waldo Jr. welcoming you, and I have a feeling that Brooklyn is sending that message. Yes.
Yes, she was Brooklyn's doula to help little Brooklyn come into the world.
Yes.
And
now, go ahead, Corey.
It actually started before, while you were pregnant, because you were having sciatic pains.
Mm-hmm.
And so, Kristal, you shared some massage therapy techniques to help, so that at home we could help remedy that. And tell us, what did you actually do during the process? And LaQuita, you can chime in to tell how it helped.
Yeah, I will, because Kristal is a mom herself. Of course, when she graduated with her doctorate, she was only a parent to Kai, just the oldest one. And there's her husband, Stanford, the one that was shouting himself out. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so, of course, our middle daughter and her middle daughter are just like a month or two apart. And so it's been really great to have cousins grow up together. You supported me with those massage techniques, but I think that was worse than the labor pains, like the sciatic nerve pain. But you tell me your experience with assisting me as a doula.
Yes, I was just trying to help you with your sciatic, just trying to relieve that pain. I already knew you was going through the contractions. That's pain enough. So I just wanted to release the sciatic pain for you, to give it to make your journey a little easier. So we just use some massage techniques into your piriformis muscle, into your buttocks, just to try to release it a little bit, just to take some pressure off of that nerve. Like I said before, LaQuita was a champ. She did great. She pushed Brooklyn out, no problem. Afterwards, she was like, "Oh, that was fun. Let's do it again." And I'm like, "You just delivered a baby." But she was excited about it. She really inspired me to go natural, and I did with my last two kids. So had Quita in mind. I said I'm gonna be as strong as she was. So
Awesome.
And the dual benefit to that was me being the stressed out father on the other side of the bed. Once she finished helping LaQuita, she came over there and I worked out all the tension knots in my shoulders and neck, because I was like, "Oh, it's over. The baby is here." So it was a dual benefit. She was a doula for LaQuita, and then she ended up being a massage therapist for me. So that was really cool.
Right now, I do want to say here that people are still saying hello. Shonda Brooks says, "Hey, Kristal." And of course, iRootsy Worldwide agrees that doula is such a wonderful gift. Her grandmother was one. And of course, our children. Aww. Good morning, Dr. Henry from Mrs. White's Teaching Tips for Pre-K. And Milton does have a question for you. Dr. Kristal, how much does an unhealthy midsection affect the lumbar region? Which is a great question, because I'm going to pull up some photos of your tools, what you use, and all those good things. And of course, our child, Kristal, you were in the room when I was born. She already knows that story. So iRootsy Worldwide says, "This is so cool." So I'm going to show a picture of the tools while you answer this question from Milton.
So basically, Milton wants to know, is having a big tummy good?
So I'll let you go ahead while I pull up the instruments.
Yes, definitely. We want our core to be strong and healthy. So definitely unhealthy midsection definitely affects the lumbar region. If we don't have those strong core muscles, then we're not supporting our lumbar spine like we should. So you definitely want to try to work on the midsection, make sure it's nice and healthy, make sure you're eating healthy, drinking lots of water. We want to make sure that we don't have that, what we call the beer belly going on. Make sure we strengthen that core. We keep those muscles in that core strong, then it keeps that lumbar spine strong.
All right. And so tell us about the instruments on the screen, and I'll also show the other instrument as well.
Yes, so the instrument on the left is called the activator, and we use this. I use this to work on extremities, usually shoulders, elbow, wrists, knees, ankles. We can manually adjust them with our hands, but we can also use instrumentation. So sometimes we use that. We do have a the activator is a whole treatment of its own, technique of its own. So some chiropractors use just only the activator to adjust. But I incorporate different techniques. So sometimes I will incorporate the activator. The instrument on the right, we call it the IQ. And this is another adjusting instrument. And this instrument adjusts 100 times faster than I can manually with my hands. So before your body can get a chance to kind of tense up, then the adjustment has already happened. So that's really what good. And then we have a lot of people that come in, they're kind of nervous with manual adjustments, hearing the sound. Everyone calls it cracking and popping, but they don't want to hear it. So sometimes we can just use the instrument. You can still get the adjustment done, and they don't have to be afraid of hearing that.
Now, what is the cracking and popping that you hear when you give those adjustments?
The cracking and popping is just a cavitation. It's just gas in your joints. So just like when you crack your knuckles, it's just gas build up in those joints. So when you crack it, that's what you hear. So usually sometimes you'll crack your knuckle, and then if you go back and try it again, you don't hear it. Yeah. So those gases are released, and until the build up, till the gases build up again, then you won't hear it again. And usually a lot of times when you do release those gases, it does kind of help with the range of motion. So that's why people usually do it, because it feels a little better afterwards, because the range of motion has increased.
Got it. So I see here that you're using a tool, and in the other picture, you were using your hands. And, going back to that natural childbirth, Stanford says, Kristal was a superhero during the birth of our youngest daughter and son.
So since Stanford is Jamaican, when they were born, he was like, bah, 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 bah.
We also have here, Blooming Woman says, greetings, welcome Blooming Woman. She has a great channel as well. So definitely, guys, go check all of these people out. They have channels as well. Milton says, thanks for the answer. And Mr. Hillary is in the house saying, good day to the strong, beautiful family, to us, Corey Bond, guys, wife, their life, to everyone in the chat. So, just saying hello, all sending all the greetings. And Blooming Woman says, support that solar plexus area, and in return, support your willpower and expression and self-expression. Nice. Thank you for that. How are you doing? He's asking us, Corey Bond, got his wife, their life, and Dr.
Great.
This is my thoughts on everything.
It's his thoughts on his thought. I gave him a business idea. They were talking about tomato farming over there in Africa. He's looking to do business in Africa, so he's going to come up with a catch-up line called "Put it on everything." I want my 10% of royalties on that. My thoughts on everything.
Yes, he's actually in the Netherlands now, trying to get out. They're acting up out there in the streets. But anyways, Philip Waldo Jr. is saying hello. Thank you for greeting our guests as they come in. Philip Waldo Jr.
Don't forget to smash that like button, you guys that are coming in to view, and make sure you share this video, like, and subscribe, because we're about to jump into some tips on how in this virtual learning environment and virtual work environment, you can actually keep your spinal column in good health.
That's exactly what Mr. Hillary is asking. Ready for critical info about muscle and joint health by this beautiful sister, qualified chiropractor, Dr. Kristal Henry. Peace and blessings. And Dylan is like, wait a minute, gas in your joints, that's a new one. Learn something new every day.
Old father?
Yes, Dylan is a storyteller.
This is for you, old father.
He's not an old guy. That's one of his lines, guys. He's a storyteller. And so we have two questions. You're going to give us the tips, and then Milton wants to know, does stretching help with gas in the joints? Now, and of course, my thoughts on everything, and our Roots Worldwide is laughing at that catch-up and all that kind of stuff. So we want you to dispel this myth or agree with it that the gas is the main cause of pain around the body, including acid. Am I right, Dr. Kristal? So, they're asking questions. Give us answers. Give us some of those techniques. Tell us about that gas buildup.
Well, the gas buildup in the joints don't necessarily hurt you. If they're released, they're just build back up. They're they don't cause problems like the acid buildup. Acid buildup is something different. The gas in the joints won't necessarily hurt you. They won't cause arthritis if they're there. So if you don't crack your knuckles, they're there. It's not gonna bother you, and it's not gonna cause any problems there. What was the other question?
Okay, yeah.
We want to talk about the stretching techniques that you recommend for people when they're sitting at the computer. I'm going to put my coffee down so I can participate.
Yeah, we're going to put everything down. If you guys are all watching, make sure you're sitting up straight. She's going to show us a few things so that we can, stretch and relieve ourselves. And these are techniques that she teaches from when she was an instructor as a massage therapist.
And to her patients now that she has as a chiropractor.
Yeah, because I know you were telling us some of the education was the same. So you had the advantage going into your doctorate with that background. So we're sitting up straight. Go ahead.
Yes, so a lot of people come in because nowadays we are working on the computers, the laptops a lot. The kids are using on their cell phones. We have a lot of forward head carriage going on. So these muscles in the back here are working 5 times harder, trying to keep that head over center of gravity. So this is causing weakness, tightness in these muscles. So we want to stretch them out. Usually I tell my patients, put a reminder on your phone every 30 minutes. If you're sitting at the desk, stop and do some stretches. So some stretches that we can do at your desk. You don't even have to get up. You sit down. If you're sitting in the chair, we can kind of take your right hand, put it under the bottom of the chair just to keep this shoulder here stabilized. You don't want to be leaning all over like this. You just want to keep this shoulder here. You're going to bring your left ear to your left shoulder. Once you get it there, you're going to take your left hand, pull it over and pull. Nice stretch. This is stretching your traps, and it's also stretching your SCM, your sternocleidomastoid muscle. From there, you want to hold it about 5 to 10 seconds, and you want to repeat it about 5-10 times. Then you just want to switch over to the other side, to the right ear, to the right shoulder, take your right hand and pull. Another stretch is you want to turn your head kind of diagonal. I usually tell my patients, try to act like you're trying to smell underneath your underarm. So you're going to bend it down like you're trying to sniff your underarm. Take that to your left side. Take your left hand, put it around to the back of your head, and you're going to pull down. This is going to stretch your levator scapular muscle. These get tight too. They go kind of roll down and they attach to your scapula. Another stretch is usually because if we're working on the computer, our shoulders are rounded anteriorly. So we want to pull these back. Just put your hand behind your head like this and pull back. You're stretching these pec muscles here. And again, like I said, hold 5 to 8 seconds and then relax. If we just do these stretches in between 30 minutes, from working on the computer, it will definitely help out a lot. Keep those muscles nice and relaxed and keep a lot of tension from off that spine.
Big help.
Wait a minute, Corey. I have to say this. This is so helpful. Thank you from Blooming Woman. I know you were going to say it's definitely a big help. We just gotta make sure we answer all questions here because Stanford wants to know. He says his neck is in constant pain. Is that because of his big head?
It's because it's called Stanford. It's called marriage.
Why is she nodding? Yeah.
It's called marriage, Stanford.
That's right, girl. Don't say anything. Just nod quietly. So that way, if he's listening, hear the truth. So this has been so helpful. I know that you are a part of an award-winning team. So say, for example, here you are in this photo at your desk at work, but your office for the 16th year in a row, you guys have gotten the #1 vote of trust and confidence for the best chiropractor. You guys get the 2020 Reader's Choice Awards with Albemarle Chiropractic. There are only 3 doctors on the scene. You are one of them. Dr. Cranford is on your left. The other one's on your right. Dr. Van Giesen and you, Dr. Henry, front and center with the rest of the staff there. So,
and I want to say this. I want you to make this point too, because being African American or Black, and then also being a woman, you've been able to bring a lot to this chiropractic, to make it award-winning. And how do you think your role as an African-American, a Black woman, has helped this particular practice?
Yeah, because everyone has been helped today. Milton is saying congrats because that really helps him. Thank you. Of course, Philip Waldo Jr. is asking for packages because he needs both services. Corey already told you how to fix one, Philip Waldo. He said marriage is part of it. But anyways, we'd like to hear from you, Dr. Henry.
Yes, I think it did play a big role. As far as the African American community, we really don't do chiropractic a lot. So being that I was here, we kind of got the word out on the street, talked to some AME Zion churches, African Methodist Episcopal churches, kind of got the word that we was there. So we have a lot of more African Americans coming in to try it. I think we have a trust issue, I think. So I think being that I'm here, they kind of trust to try chiropractic now a little more than they did before. And so that's bringing in a lot of African Americans, a lot of Hispanics. Also, I have a lot of patients that, said, I always wanted to try chiropractic, but I'm not comfortable with male doctors. So they've come in and they say, now, found out it's a woman doctor here. They was like, we have to come in and try it. So yes, I think I've, contributed to bringing in a more diverse patient.
Right. And so you are really helping people. It's a solution. It's a doctor, like you said, that not everybody is aware of. Stanford can even get help for his big square head, according to KH. There's help out here for there's help out here for everybody. iRootsy Worldwide says she is breathing better already. And so go ahead, Cora. I know you were going to ask something before we get into one of my favorite segments.
One of your doctors there in the office actually is big on nutrition as far as joint and muscle health. And so can you give us a little insight on that before we move into our plant-based treat of the day?
Yeah, how do plant-based treats relate to what the physician in your office, what he promotes?
Yes, he took a lot of extra classes on nutrition. We always try to tell our patients because your body as a whole, we want it to be healthy. You want your body to be able to heal itself. That's the point of chiropractic. You want your body to work in optimal function, to be able to heal itself without medication and without, having to do surgery to get rid of pain. So we try to bring in nutrition to exercises, stretching, along with their care, chiropractic care. Yeah, we try the other doc here, he tries to give out natural anti-inflammatory foods and spices to help. We recommend turmeric, ginger, cinnamon, garlic, cayenne. We make sure you eat plenty of green leafy vegetables. They have plenty of antioxidants in them. It's fatty fish, fruits, olive oil, stuff like that. So we try to recommend to eat, more plant-based, try to leave the more processed foods alone, and make sure that your body is just healthy overall.
Nice.
Dr. Henry, what we're gonna do is we're gonna get you. I'm Dr. Henry.
We gotta say Dr. Henry. Justine Root says, "Good morning, everybody, and congratulations on your successes, Dr. Henry." So look,
Dr. Cuzzo, that's what I'm gonna call you, Dr. Cuzzo. We're gonna read some comments to you, but we're gonna put you backstage. But don't leave because we're gonna talk to you after the broadcast.
And you know what? We gotta bring you back because people have so many questions. Darlene Pritchett wants to know: do active people have more chiropractic issues than inactive people? If so, why? We also have Milton saying, are sit-ups bad for the back? I guess it just depends on how.
That's a good question. If you're trying to work out that midsection to increase your lumbar health, right. That's a really valid question. I didn't even think about that myself.
Mm-hmm. Philip Waldo Jr. says, Doc, thanks for the stretches. Can we get those muscles in layman's terms next time? Because I heard you say trap, and I was like, yeah.
You in the trap. It's going down.
Hold on a second. Say that again.
Your trapezius muscle, the triangle muscle in the back, your sternocleidomastoid, the one when you pull back, you should see it popping up.
Yep.
Yeah, and then we have the levator, and this attaches to the
shoulder blade.
Basically,
yeah, it goes all the way down to your shoulder blade and attaches, and that's when people have a lot of tight muscles there. They have a lot of the adhesions, which is the muscles that tighten up. Everybody else call them knots. So you have a lot of knots there. So we try to stretch those out.
Yeah, and I Rootsy Worldwide said, I didn't know I had a breathing problem. Sinuses feel good now. Power is saying, hey there, Power, how you doing? Good to have y'all in the house.
Power.
Yeah, great info, doctor. So we are going to definitely have to get you coming out because listen to him. She just said it's a muscle. And Philip Waldo Jr. talking about, that vein that pops out before your mama beats you. So anyways, we have to get you back on. We do want you to answer that last question.
About the sit-ups and the app and the being bad for your spine.
About the sit-ups and also about inactivity. Like, do you notice that active people are more chiropractic issues than inactive? Or is it opposite? Or what is the answer to that? And the sit-ups.
So, you want me to answer now? Yes. No. If you're inactive, you will definitely have more problems than if you are active. Inactivity, we want motion in those joints. If we don't have motions in those joints, those discs start to dehydrate and degenerate, and you have degeneration of those discs.
Got it.
So Dolly,
healthy disc, not healthy disc. We don't want this. So we want active, we want you to be active. Make sure those muscles are staying strong to support that spine and making sure that, like I said, continue just to drink water, eat healthy, overall health and activity. Get up and moving.
Right. What about the sit-ups?
Sit-ups, it depends on how you do them.
So it's technique.
Yeah, basically technique. Planks are better with the than sit-ups. So if you can do planks, then that will help, because a lot of people don't do sit-ups correctly. So yes, it could affect you in a negative way and be bad. So if you can do a plank correctly, it might be a little easier than trying to do the sit-up correctly.
Right. And then, of course, we appreciate the stretches because Powell says, I'm about to go stretch right now. No. So thanks, Dr. Kristal.
Dr. Cuzzo.
According to Milton Kraft, thanks, Dr. Kristal. That was really great. And Stanford Henry says Dr. Kristal is on Facebook and Instagram. Listen, I'm giving out people's information. We got
You keep on, Stanford. You can be that next skeleton hanging behind her.
Right. Philip Waldo Jr. wants you to keep the spine right for Ethiopian Airlines. Anyways, Kristal, it has been wonderful having you on the show. We got to say hi to Tilly to the top.
Tilly to the top, you don't stop.
Hey, and also we just want everybody to know that, stay focused, stay plant-based, or eat as many fruits and vegetables as you can. Is that your recommendation also, Dr. K?
Yes, just eat as many as you can. Even if you don't go completely vegan or vegetarian, just try to eat more greens and fruits, and then, meats and processed foods.
Awesome. Well, this has been wonderful. People just keep praising your accolades. LaShawna Brooks, awesome. Thanks for the info, Dr. Kristal. Diana Pritchard, thanks for some great information.
And don't forget, everybody, keep your eyes out for that new ketchup. Put it on everything, even your fruits and vegetables.
We will see you soon, Dr.
Hang out backstage for us. Don't go anywhere. We'll talk to you after the broadcast is over, because
you know what? They play too much. Dylan is saying proof that grandma shouldn't hit that boy behind his hand. Talking about that muscle, talking about that vein that pops out right before your mama beats you. Y'all doing too much out here, but we all appreciate Dr. K today. Tilly to the top is saying thanks. Mrs. White's teaching tips for pre-K. Powers is saying Philip Flat Ethiopian. See, we got to let me take that comment off so we can get to the next section.
And like I said, and make sure that you use those stretching tips for your children, especially with all the Zooming that they're doing. We're going to start incorporating that in our children's routine every day with them taking those classes online.
Yes.
But now it's time for today's plant-based treat.
Power plant-based pasta.
We have 2 stalks of celery, an onion, and 3 cloves of garlic.
Cover, simmer in 2 tablespoons of water.
I'm going to add this bag of frozen broccoli. This mustard powder is going to activate the sulforaphanes in the broccoli.
Sprinkle the mustard powder.
The sulforaphanes are the beneficial parts of There's like the cancer-fighting agent that's in broccoli. Sulforaphane is found in cabbage, cauliflower, broccoli. It has a big role in cancer prevention and cancer fighting. Use a vegetable peeler to put in some of our carrot.
Carrots protect your skin from sun damage and signs of aging. Carrots are full of antioxidants and vitamin A, which is great for your vision.
I've added the broccoli, a little bit of thyme, so that way we get a couple of pinches of thyme in there. Thyme fights bacterial and fungal infections. Dun, 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 dun.
Cover cook on medium for about 7 minutes.
Air fried tofu and some sausage that I made. Eating soy foods like tofu has been linked to reduced risk of cancers like breast, prostate, and gastric cancer. We are just going to add these rice noodles. So I'm going to put these on the bottom, add a little bit of water.
Add a section of rice noodles in a cup of water.
Rice noodles are gluten-free and rich in manganese and selenium. Manganese is great for regulating blood sugar and reducing inflammation. Add a splash of liquid aminos. Liquid aminos are a gluten-free alternative to soy sauce derived from soybeans plus water with no additives or sugars.
You don't have to chop your noodles, but we did. Then you just stir and serve. I love the texture of rice noodles, and with the flavor of the vegetables and the seasonings, it was a really great dish, and the kids just inhaled it.
All right.
All right. Well, we want to thank everybody for joining us today on this episode of A Blind Guy,
His wife,
Their Life. We want to thank Dorian for playing the trumpet for Musical Words on the Street. And we want to thank Dr. Kristal Henry, a.k.a. Dr. Cuzzo, to me, for joining us with all the helpful tips about keeping my muscles and spine and joints healthy. And don't forget, if you want to partner with us, buy me a coffee.
it's scrolling right there at the bottom of the screen, guys. Thank you guys for all the comments about the food. Blooming Woman says that looks bomb. Mr. Hillary says looks yummy. Love the ingredients. Keep that up, beautiful family. We also want you guys to do the same thing. Definitely increase your fruits and vegetables. And of course, subscribe, share this information with others so that they can find out as well.
And if you're watching this on the replay, you can leave comments, and we do respond to all comments as well. And again, with that plant-based treat, what I did, I like this old dish called yakka main. And so what I did is I put a little ketchup on it. So there you go. Puts it on everything.
Deuces.
Deuces.